What's up? We got the Flash Season 2, Episode 10, Potential Energy. Okay, so this episode starts off with Barry monologuing as he's going on a date with Patty. But then what happens is Zoom kidnaps her and then kills her. But it's just a dream. Zoom doesn't really do any of that. So, yeah. So then we see Wally, and he's, we see Wally, and he's with Joe and Iris, and they're talking about everything around the office, and he's like, Captain, this is his son, Wally Black. He says, your father's a good detective, and he's like, yeah, probably not. So, yeah, so then a guy comes in saying, where are your cuffs, taillights? And Joe's like, do you know that guy? And he's like, as the saying says, he probably has one of those faces. So then we see Harry, and he's getting mad about not being able to find Zoom, but then Cisco's not being able to stop Zoom, but Cisco's like, maybe we can use the turtle, and they're like, what's the turtle? And yeah, the turtle is a metahuman who can basically slow everything down around him. That's basically what his power is, and he's like, while we were catching the reverse flash, Eobarthon, they were catching the reverse flash at Eobarthon or Eobarthon Wells. There were noticeable attacks of people people losing stuff. That's it. People losing stuff. They would have their thing 1 minute and then it would be gone the next. So yeah. So a guy says report on news about how what's going on? Okay, I'm gonna catch it now. About how 1 minute that there's a painting and it's stolen. A painting and it's stolen. And it's returned, and he's like, that's basically calling it turtle. So the turtle tries to attack it, but he's like, but Barry's able to stop him he gets away to the bear. Yeah, so Patty contacts Iris talking about why Barry's being so guarded and why he's having nightmares and about all this stuff, and she's like, maybe Barry holds the weight of the world on his shoulders and yeah, so Barry gets mad at Iris for talking to Patty at all, saying that wasn't cool. He's like, and she was like, Patty, they had coffee. He's like, Iris, I'm just like, and he's like, what are you telling her? She's like, she wanted to know why you've been so guarded. And he's like, what did you say? And he's like, to talk to him. And he's like, that's not cool. I'm like, okay, Barry, you want to be a jerk? You want to be a jerk. You want to tell her she can't have conversations about you with your girlfriend? Fine. Then I feel like this is not a character for Barry to do. Like in the last season, it was good. It was okay because of course Iris was the one, but this time it's Patty approaching Iris and Barry's like, that's not cool. Like, Iris, that's not cool. I'm just like, wait a minute. why is it not cool for her to talk about you with your girlfriend? I get it, he could do it, but since you're not doing it, Barry, you're basically telling her she can't do it either. What's the matter with you, Barry Allen? What is the matter with you? Why can't Iris talk to you about with your girlfriend? Why are you saying, oh, it's not cool? It's not cool. That's not cool. And she's like, what are your dreams about? He's like, about Zoom killing her. She's like, then, but if you and Patty are gonna, like, move closer, you need to tell her the truth. And he's like, you want me to tell her that in the Flash? And she's like, well, that's a really good idea, Iris. So he tries to prove it all by Star Labs, and Cisco's like, yeah, she did put bullets in King Shark, in Harry, and in Harry. So that's Team Flash material. But bad writing, and Harry says about how it's not a good idea because Zoom could kill her. I'm like, excuse me. Iris knows that Barry's the Flash. I get it, they're not dating, but they're friends. And Linda knows that Barry's the Flash, so why can't Patty? Excuse me, bad writing. Bad writing. Bad writing. It's just bad writing. Like, I know the whole... Okay, I'm going to explain that later, but I know the reason why this decision was made. Why they're telling Barry not to tell her. But yeah, so Barry's like, hey, you wanna join an art show? And she's like, I don't like art, but if you're in, I'm in. So he's like, yeah. So we get more Caitlin and Jay scenes because the show really thinks that we need to force this two together. Yeah. So Wally decides not to show up to Joe's dinner, so he confronts him as he's street racing, saying about, and he's like, hey, and he's like, this is why you moved to Central City, not to meet him or Iris, just for this street racing. And he's like, this street racing, that car he just won, helps him pay his mom's bills. And he's like, you don't need to do that. I can do that. It's like, no, I can take care of myself and my mom. I'm the man of our house. Go back to your family, Joe. So, yeah, but Wally shows up later to say he's moving back to Keystone but he's like, hey, we can work on a relationship. I don't have to pretend to be your instant dad, and you don't have to pretend to be my son. So yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it here. I don't like Wally's actor. I like Wally's actor. I'm just saying, this is like his first appearance, and he comes off a bit of a jerk. Like, I get it. He grew up not knowing his dad, and when he finally gets to meet his dad, he's kind of all weirded out and he doesn't like that Joe trying to be the man of his house, and it's just, yeah. Yeah, so Barry's about to tell Patty about him being the Flash, but then the turtle decides to show up, and Barry has to fight him, and then Patty tries to be like, Central City Police, but then Turtle's like, I don't need to freeze, you freeze, and slows her down, and takes her gun from her. So, yeah, so she's like, you're faster than the Flash. And he's like, nope, he's slower. So he beats him up, and Barry gets knocked out, and the team just drags Barry away. Like, Jay and Caitlin are just there to drag him away without Patty seeing him. I found that hilarious. So, yeah. So Patty's basically like, Barry, you need to figure out what you want, because I'm moving past fun in our relationship to being close in the relationship. So you need to figure out what you want. But then the turtle kidnaps her, and he's like, and he wants to he wants to to kill Patty, or he wants to put Patty in a box or something. I don't know. And he's like, his wife was gonna leave him, and he didn't want that to happen. So guess what? He put her in a box. So yeah, but she's like, there's someone. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to hurt the person close to you. And she's like, Barry? And I'll be like, and he's like, no, the Flash. And she's like, what does he have to do with this? I'm like, Patty, are you really not that smart to figure out that Barry and the Flash are the same person? So, yeah, so Barry's able to run back and defeat the turtle. They lock him up. Patty pulls a McKenna Hall and reveals that she's leaving Central City because of course she is, and then we can't have them be together. And she reveals that she's actually that she came to Central City to take down her dad's killer, and now that she does that, it's time to move on from her and Barry. I'm just like, so the behind the scenes drama of why Patty is leaving is because one of the writers on the show didn't like the actress that much who portrays Patty, so they forced her off the show, and I think that guy got fired. I think that's the story, but I'm like, couldn't that dude just get over it? Patty's a pretty cool character. So, yeah. Then we have Wills. So then we have Harry recounting the time that he lost Jessie when she was 4, and he's like, he would do anything to get her back, and he puts something up Turtle's nose and kills the turtle. So then after that, we see the Reverse Flash, and we see a portal open, and we see the Reverse Flash, and he talks to Gay, and she's like, "What's up, Professor Thawne?" And he's like, where is he? Okay, so the Reverse Flash is back. He's not dead. I'm guessing he is dead, and this is a pre-timeline version of him. So Eddie's whole sacrifice was kind of pointless. Eddie killed himself to get rid of Thawne, but that didn't happen because Thawne's now randomly back. So I guess Eddie's whole death was pointless, because if they can just bring back, because Eddie shot himself and Thawne's still kicking around. Thawne's now back. So I guess Eddie's whole death scene was a pointless thing. He shot himself to protect his team and his friends from the Reverse Flash, erasing the Reverse Flash from existence, but they just revealed the Reverse Flash is back. Okay, we'll play your game show. And Patty's leaving because, as I said before, one of the directors or writers didn't like the actress who played Patty, so they removed her. And I'm not happy about the way they did it, because they're basically doing the McKenna Hall thing again, where Barry and Oliver have a love interest, but the love interest get kidnapped or shot, and they tell them that they're leaving, ending the relationship. Why does this keep happening to my characters? Barry and Oliver are in the same relationship. They both date cops. They both date cops. The cops get shot or get captured, and they both tell them that they're leaving the city. The reason Patty's leaving is because she got a acceptance letter for a CSI school that she really liked, but she didn't go. But I guess now that Martin has now been caught, she's like, maybe she'll go now. I have no idea. But anyway, that was it for this video, and I'll see you next time for more of The Flash.